Shalom, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, to the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this video is about the mark of the beast prophecy, which is the microchip. Alright, so here it is, another video, man, on this topic. You know, generally right now, like, even scrolling through my YouTube, checking on the news and what's going on, yo, we're really at the end, man, of Esau's kingdom. Alright? And this system being put in to where the prophecy of the mark of the beast, where that microchip becomes mandatory, it is, yo, it's accelerated, man. The society is changing very quickly right now, becoming integrated digitally, you know, as the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, have planned to do, right? It's all happening, man. I want to start with this precept in Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. All right, so our Creator is Yahweh Shemishai. All right, and we are the Lord's holy chosen people. Yahweh Shemishai is the creator of all things, you know, but the Lord is our power, right? So remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. So repent and return to our power, Yahweh Shemishai, because right now, the way things are around the world, the things that are happening, right, in 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1, man, it tells us, okay, to measure the time diligently, and that the things that will be seen at the end. And I was just watching this video by one of those you know, individuals that, you know, they keep up with the times, and they put out, you know, a warning and an alert regarding, you know, oh, this is happening, that is happening. You know, people that are living outside of the bubble, you know, they're not liking the truth or anything, just, you know, people. And he said that we're in unprecedented times. And I was watching the video and the things that are happening around the world. I'm like, wow, like this typhoon that is so powerful in China, that people were being lifted off of the ground, you know, plus the various other things he was talking about. You know, we're in these times because the scripture says it in the same 2nd Esdras. Let me get it. 2nd Esdras chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonder and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. And so we're seeing all of these different types of things as the days go by, as the weeks go by, as the months go by, that are being deemed unprecedented, being deemed as we haven't seen this ever before, or we haven't seen this in X amount of centuries. You know, these are the times we're in. And then the earthquakes and the uproars of the people, which are protests around the world, are very frequent occurrence. So we're at the end. Yahweh shall let us know as well what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world. Earthquakes, famine, pestilence, all right? Nation rising against nation, kingdom against kingdom, rumors of wars, all these things. We're in that period of time. Okay? So with that, being at the end of Esau's kingdom, this mark of the beast prophecy, man, is at the forefront of it. And right now, it's being developed very rapidly. Okay, now where to start? I'll start here. Mexico makes biometric identifier mandatory for all citizens. Mexico makes biometric identifier mandatory for all citizens. Why is that relevant to the mark of the beast prophecy? Well, the mark of the beast is a microchip. And what is it called? One of the names for it, biometric microchip. All right, here it is. Biometric microchip. A biometric microchip in the context of human implants is a small electronic device, often an RFID, radio frequency identification chip that is implanted under the skin, usually via injection, right? So it's called biometric microchip, okay? And so the microchip itself stores your biometrics, but also everything about yourself and your life, right? But this is the stepping stone. Mexico has officially introduced a digital identification system. Now, the digital identification system, right? The digital ID that has been proposed by the World Economic Forum, and this is a digital ID that's been implemented worldwide. This is it. So when you look at the digital ID, right, you can see, man, it intends to store all of these things onto it: your healthcare, financial services, travel and mobility, e-commerce, social platforms, e-government, telecommunications. Everything about yourself and your life is intended to be stored on it, right? Including your biometrics. And that's why it's saying Mexico makes biometric identifier mandatory for all citizens. Mexico has officially introduced a digital identification system by signing a law that turned the previously optional biometric-based citizen code into a mandatory document for citizens. So their digital identity is tied to their biometrics, right? Their biometrics is tied to the digital identity that is proposed by that, well, not proposed, it's out there in Mexico. All right, so this is the system coming in. All right, this is a stepping stone heading towards it, right? Because the digital ID, as you can see, once again, right, it intends to store everything on it, okay? And then biometrics identifies you, because Esau, they found out by way of their science, right? The Lord gave them the wisdom to be able to find out that, you know, the fingerprint is unique per person, right? So that's how people will always have a unique biometric identifier, right? But then they also do face scan, eye scan, whatever else, all your biometrics they take, right? And it's all tied to it, to this digital ID. And as such, the stepping stone heading towards the microchip. Okay, it's all happening, man. Last month, the legislators approved amendments to a law related to the 18-character personal identifier known as Unique Population Registry Code, with the change formalized on Wednesday through a decree. Okay. The government has also, the mandatory CURP will contain personal and biometric information, including a photograph and a QR code containing biometric fingerprint and iris data. The identifier is expected to be introduced gradually to all Mexicans by February 2026. The system is rolling in, man, country to country. The government has also allowed the consolidation of the citizen codes into a single identity platform that will be connected to other state databases and administrative records. According to the decree, the Ministry of the Interior and Digital Transformation Agency must create a unified identity platform within 90 days, while public and private institutions will be required to update their system to recognize the identifier. So everybody has to go on the system, right? That's how it is. The country also plans to kickstart a national program to collect biometric data from children and adolescents within 120 days. So everybody has, you see, everybody is being brought onto the system, right? This is the stepping stone heading towards the eventual mandatory implementation of the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, so you know, Mexico is quite interesting because there was, what is it, 50 in one campaign. I think this is it. I'm not sure. $15.5. It's the $15.5 campaign. All right. The $15.5, implementing digital public infrastructure safely and inclusively, right? Look at this. Jamaica joins $15.5 initiative to enhance digital public infrastructure. But this situation made me reminded me, because I did do an article or video. Here it is, on May 12th, 2025. $15.5 DPI campaign adds Jamaica and Mexico, right? Which it is a collaborative effort aimed at helping countries of the global south to design, develop, and deploy secure and interoperable digital public infrastructure. DPI continues to grow in membership, with Jamaica and Mexico being the latest countries to join the initiative, right? So it's about getting these countries online regarding their digital public infrastructure. And look at what Mexico has done. Look at how Mexico it is accelerating their digital public infrastructure, because it all ties in together, right? The digital ID, the central bank digital currency, it's all the system coming in, right? An initiative, $15.5 campaign, an initiative focused on implementing digital public infrastructure in at least 50 countries by the end of 2028, right? To scale, the campaign aims to help countries design, launch, and scale digital public infrastructure components in a safe, inclusive, and interoperable manner. Okay, so so it's all being accelerated. And then look at this, Jamaica. That's why it made me think, because I have these two articles on Mexico and Jamaica, and then the article here, about the DPI $15.5 campaign. But look at Jamaica as well. Jamaica's moving forward too, because Jamaica has launched the central bank digital currency and the digital ID, but Jamaica's digital public infrastructure is very poor. Very, very, very poor. All right. So, Jamaica has to speed it up, because the system that's coming in with the microchip as envisioned by Esau Edom is going to work in a way where people are going to be microchipped, and when they're going around the cities, living their life, well, not just the city, the country, everywhere, anything that they do, right? The people will be microchipped, and when they go to the grocery store, they're using the microchip. There won't be any more need for ATMs, because all of the money is going to be digital and it's going to be on the microchip. They go to the store. When they go to the government, they're going to have to be identified by way of their microchip for government services. When they go to the doctor, they're going to scan their microchip, and then all of their medical information is going to come up. When they go for a phone, that phone ID, which is the chip, right? That is going to be a part of the information is going to be stored onto the microchip. So they're going to know that X, Y, and Z's phone number belongs to this specific unique biometric identifier for this person on that specific microchip. You see what I'm saying? Every single thing, when someone goes about their life, they're going to be using the microchip. I'm sure it will be situate as it's going to be like as well when people work at certain places, right? To get inside of the building, their microchip is going to be programmed for that specific building, right? Because people already can use their microchip to open up cabinets and doors and all these things in their home. So people will be going to work. In order to get into the building, they're going to swipe their microchip, which will be in their hand, and then if it's programmed on their microchip, they'll get in or not. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to be like that. It's going to be living life using the microchip day in, day out. All right. And then that's why then they have the the development of the 15-minute cities and the smart cities, right? Where no matter where you are in the city, you're able to get it reach to any point within 15 minutes. All right. So Esau also has a part of his vision is that he's going to cull the population, right? So these cities are not going to be as populated as they are now, right? He wants to reduce the population significantly. So this is their goal, man. Okay. TAJ rolls out new electronic vehicle registration certificate. So Jamaica's moving forward with their DPI, making everything go electronic. Kingston, Jamaica, Tax Administration, Jamaica, TAJ, is reminding customers that the new electronic motor vehicle registration process takes effect on Monday, July 21st. Speaking during a Jamaica Information Service think tank on July 18, TAJ's Chief Corporate Communications Officer Maurice Houghton outlined the streamlined digital process now being implemented across tax offices island-wide. We're going completely electronic, i.e. we're going completely digital. All right, you come in and you do your transaction and you will not leave with any paper. What you will leave with is your official receipt, she explained. And eventually the receipt will be done away with as well, because that receipt will just simply appear in the microchip. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So yeah, man, they're going digital. The Jamaica tax office is going digital. This is quite big, okay, for Jamaica's standards for DPI, digital public infrastructure. And it just speaks to the times that we're in, man, as the scriptures say that it would. All right. In the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3, it says, "The vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And the vision is speaking louder than ever, man. It's clear to see. Look at how the world is developing. The website biometricupdate.com is updating so frequently because there's so much information coming out about the world heading towards the fourth industrial revolution, which is the digital age, the digital era, the intelligence age. All right. And this intelligence age and this fourth industrial revolution is built to be able to facilitate the microchip on a global and mandatory scale. This is the times that we're in. And then this video right here, all right, a cashless society has already begun. Cashless society has already started. It has, all right, because people are noticing various different things, like changes. For example, I saw a video of this guy. He was with his friends in the mountains in America, and they went into a store and there was nobody working in the store. The store, there was a notice there that told them just pick up whatever you want to and then leave, and you'll be charged. They'll charge you. You know what I'm saying? Just automatically charge your bank account. But it's like, how do they identify you? So you're identified by way of your face and all that kind of stuff. This is how the system is going to be, that people aren't going to be working. People are just going to work, go into the stores, use their microchip, and that's how it's going to be, right? A walk in, walk out. So life is changing. Life is moving towards this microchip system, So here.
This is even legal. That's what I want to know. Are you recording? Do you need help? I don't know. Do I? What? So this is a reverse ATM. People come with cash and they can't use it. They have to come here.
Correct.
That's
It's a cashless building.
I have never seen a reverse ATM.
So you hear that? This is a cashless building. You see? So they're already implementing cashless buildings, okay? Which basically are buildings that, when we read between the lines, built for the use of the microchip.
So the idea is it works just like a regular ATM, but instead of putting in your card and getting cash, you put in your cash and get a card.
But also, because it's a regular debit Visa card, you can use it outside of the building.
Okay.
So if you wanted to go to Walmart or McDonald's or Target, wherever you want to spend your money, it's just a regular debit Visa card. That's what it looks like. And what you see is a lot of camper kids. Their parents don't give them a card.
No, of course
they
not.
They give them cash and expect this to give them
I wonder.
card.
I think
they're 10-year-old
a card.
have a card.
Well, I'd have to imagine there's a lot of people with accessibility, or maybe, different people who want to spend their cash and just are probably shocked to find out. Yeah, but they can't.
They just have to get a card and spend it.
It's crazy because it's like legal tender, but
they have to get a card so they can spend it. Yeah, because there are places that aren't taking cash. So that's why they have these ATMs. Well, they don't take cash because this is a cashless building. So here's the machine to put your cash in so that you get the debit card, right? Which, you know, is a stepping stone of sorts. It is a form of contactless payments. It's getting people used to the idea of a tap and go system. You know, I have my cards, right? And I just tap and go, you know, I swipe and go type of system. That's how the microchip is. It's another way of gradually getting people used to the idea of operating in this type of way. All right, just a stepping stone. Okay.
I'm like, I guess not. I don't know. So, okay, so what do we do here? Touch to start. Okay.
You want to get a card, right?
We want to get a card. I
Well,
mean,
you
I
don't
don't
have
want to
a
get a card,
choice.
but I'm going to get a card. Okay.
So remember, you can use it
Wait, what
outside
was
in
that?
here.
What
Put
was
money
that?
in it?
That screen? Did we have to put in our information? Is
No.
that? Oh, okay.
No, because at the end you can ask for a receipt.
Oh, okay. 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 Okay.
It's easier than
Okay.
ever. Look at this.
And it ate it.
There we go.
Are you done?
I'm done. Finished. Issue card.
Now, hold on.
Okay.
Take your card.
Okay.
Do you want a receipt?
Yes, I guess so.
Okay.
Yes. That's
Yes?
Yes. Now, why
And
do
it's gonna
people?
come-
Why do people want a receipt? What is that reason for? Just.
Because people like to have a receipt that they know it's really $20 and it's not.
Oh.
Now, the other
Yeah, it's easier than ever to like get a card and stuff, you know. But this is the system at hand, and you know, the ATMs, even out here in Jamaica, you know, something caught me yesterday because I went to the ATM to get some cash and I needed a specific amount of cash. And I went to one ATM and the ATM said that it was unable to dispense the cash. So I was like, oh, the ATM isn't working. So then I went to another ATM and it said the ATM is unable to dispense the cash. And I'm like, oh, wait, hold on, what? So then I said, okay, well, let me go to my bank's ATM. You know what I'm saying? So I went to my bank's ATM and it said unable to do the figure amount. I'm like, wait, what? So then I said, is it that the ATMs aren't working, or is it that the ATMs are not the figure amount that I'm trying to get, they're not dispensing that amount? I changed the figure amount and then it dispensed the cash, and I was like, oh, okay, I see. So they're not giving this amount of money, they're not dispensing this amount of money from the ATM, you know? And it had to do with like a certain kind of bill. So they're not dispensing, basically they're not dispensing low amount bills. It starts at well, from what I experienced, right? It starts at about $1,000. And out here in Jamaica, they have like what, $50, $100, $500, and then $1,000. I think there's also a $200 bill. But anything below $1,000, they're not dispensing that out of the ATM. So that was interesting, you know. But anyway, it shows to what's happening, and we're in that time, man. And I'm just going to read the prophecy and then end the video. Revelation 13 verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, right? The mark of the beast is the microchip, and it will be the wicked elite of Esau, Edom, who will be the ones to deploy this mandatory microchipping, right? And they're the Edomites, and this is their kingdom, all right? And you will be shut out from society once it is that this microchip is made mandatory, unless you have it, right? And the message from Yahweh Shai is to not take the microchip, or else you will be destroyed, and salvation is only for the nation of Israel. With that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shai, Bashir Makal Kodesh. Shalom.